Now,
Sir,
why am
did
I
you
late
like?
today?
Sir,
Oh, Sabah, don't you ask me that. There are so many wonderful adjectives. I'm gonna bring that coffee mug to you guys to show you. Beautiful. Thank you very much again. So, was there any homework? There was homework. Okay, in the practice book. 11, second page.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good. Page number 69. I'm going to have a new screen in the class for myself, not on the table, maybe on the wall, so that I can stand and look at the screen on the wall there. I don't like being in the chair when I'm teaching, but it is also true that standing makes me tired. Okay, everyone, page number 69. Hello, Shams.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, Shadab. Feeling better? You don't sound very much good.
Yeah, I'm fine, sir.
Viral infection these days last longer than 3 days. Maximum 4 days earlier it affected you. Nowadays, people are sick with fever for 5, 6, 7 days when they have a viral infection. Now, exercise 3, going on holiday. Jane and Rick are going to St. Petersburg for a holiday. You have your practice book. You had 2 books I gave you. What happened to the books? The books that I gave you. Bring them, okay? Jane and Rick are going to St. Petersburg for a holiday. Look at the chart and complete the questions and answers about their holiday plans. Okay? So look at the chart. Jane and Rick. How travel? Plane. Where stay? Nevsky Hotel. How long stay? 10 days. What do? See the ballet and visit the Hermitage Museum. Hermitage. Now, question number 1. So, how are they going to travel there? They're going by plane. 2. Where are they going to stay? They are going to stay or they're staying. Either you can say they are going to stay or you can say they are staying in Nevsky Hotel. How long are they going to stay? They're going to stay for 10 days or they're staying for 10 days. Either doesn't matter. Number 4, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? The answer is they are going to see the ballet. They're going to see the ballet and they are going to visit the Hermitage Museum. Beth is going to the Greek islands next summer. Look at the chart and complete the conversation. Where are you going on holiday next summer, Beth? Where are you going on holiday next summer, Beth? I'm going to the Greek islands. And how are you going to travel there? I'm going by train and boat. And where are you going to stay? I'm going to stay in a taverna. Okay. A taverna is a special type of restaurant, cafe type of place in the Greek islands, which offer you food, and they also allow you to spend the night there. Okay, tavernas. How long are you going to stay there? For a week. And what are you going to do? I'm going to relax and I'm going to swim and read. So this is how you talk about your future plans and intentions in English. Number 3, complete the negative sentences. Jane and Rick aren't going to China. They're going to Russia. 2, they aren't going to travel by boat. They're going to fly. 3, they aren't going to stay with the family. They are going to stay in a hotel. Staying with a family is cheaper, but they're not going to stay with a family because you don't have so much of freedom. Okay, now in Rajgir, some families are letting their houses, their rooms to, visitors. It has started already. People in Rajgir are now, there are hotels in Rajgir, of course, but there are locals. They are renting their rooms, renting their places to foreigners for some money, which is amazing. 4, Beth isn't going to Mexico. She's going to the Greek islands. And number 5, she isn't going to fly. She's going by train and boat. And she isn't going to visit the ruins. She's going to relax. Okay. Only one page. Right. Okay. Fine. No problems. Yesterday, we learned that we can use going to make predictions about the future. Something that we see in the present, we have a reason to believe that something is sure to happen in the future. We had those sentences. Let me bring it on your screen. Did you practice the conversations yesterday with a partner? No, you didn't have time. Okay. Let's see. First of all, 11.4, one more time. Is the audio file 11.4 available in the group?
1.
Where's Jamie gone? I can't see him anywhere. Look, he's up there. Careful, Jamie. Oh no, he's going to fall off that wall.
This is typical of children. You take your eyes off them and they will go to all those dangerous places. It is typical of them, They do not really appreciate danger as much, young kids. They don't realize that they can be in trouble, they can be in danger because of what they're doing. Sometimes they will run across the road if you are sitting on the roadside. If you let go of your small children's hands. Okay, so it's very necessary for us to look after our young children, whether we are on the road, in the shops. And India is anyway not a very safe place for young children. There are dangerous people everywhere. They're looking for just a chance, to do something bad to your child, kidnap and do many bad things, As a parent, you need to be very careful in a country like India with your young children. Okay, but here, typical children behavior. The child went on to a wall. Okay. Number 2.
2.
Oh no, that's my sister with her new boyfriend. So in love, aren't they? Don't look, they're going to kiss each other.
There are two small boys, not very old, looks like they sound like 8, 9, 10 years old, and one of them suddenly sees his sister with her new boyfriend. Oh no, that's my sister with her new boyfriend. There is something natural, inside us, that we don't want to see our brothers, sisters, mom, dad in a very romantic situation with anybody. We don't want to see that. When we see Katrina Kaif kissing, Hrithik Roshan, we feel good about it. But if instead of Katrina, it is our own sister, our own bhabi, our own mother, our own daughter, we don't really feel very good about that view. I mean, it's not about us only, Indians. I'm saying all over, across the world, people are like that. They don't want to see their own close relatives in a romantic situation. It doesn't feel right somehow, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I can't explain why this happens. But most people will be a little uncomfortable seeing their mummy or their sister or their father or their brother in a romantic position, romantic situation. They don't want to see that. You guys sometimes ask this question. I know in India, this kind of conversation is pretty common. If an actress gave a bold scene in a movie, very intimate scene, a very intimate scene with a hero, then people say, what will her family say? How will their family members will not watch that scene, I can tell you. Their family members will not watch that scene. Even if they're watching the movie and if that scene comes, they will not watch it. It is natural. We humans are like that. We don't want to see our own family members in a romantic situation. We don't like it. So this question sounds a little ignorant. If Shilpa Shetty or Aishwarya Rai did a romantic scene, very romantic scene in a movie, and now her daughter is all grown up, So I don't know. Hey. Kulja Simsim. And this is from Sabha, from Chapra. Look at the adjective she has put here. Only 1 in million. Okay. By the way, you should have said 1 in a million. Okay. Awesome, smart, cool. Look at all these adjectives. Rocking, brave. I'm brave too. Wow. That's me, Vinay. Guys, don't doubt, okay, about my qualities. Okay. If you ever doubted my qualities, just take a look at this mug and look at all the good adjectives here. Crazy. I thought you were going to say crazy. What did you say? Brilliant. All right. Okay, there isn't any space left. Otherwise, I would have gotten it here, But thank you very much, Sabha. I was very confused when I received this. I didn't know. I thought my wife had ordered something without talking to me. I was annoyed because I don't like it when people order something and don't talk about it. Normally, when I order something online, I have a consultation with my family members. I have a conversation with them that, what, I'm thinking I'm ordering this. And when they order something without consulting me, I feel annoyed. I think I feel ignored, I think. So, yeah, thank you, Sabaji. Thank you very much. I hope it, okay, there is one there. This is going to be the second one on the line there. Coffee with Karan, mugs, and there will be now, guys, continue the, what do you call it? The trend, the tradition. Next year as well, 1 cup, 1 mug, okay, please. Okay, so, yeah. there are very few people who will be comfortable watching their parents or watching their, family members in a romantic situation and will be cool. Very few. Most people will say, nah, I don't want to be there. Okay. Now, number 3. So clearly the first one is a little A. It is A's sister, of course. So A is unhappy about it. He says, "Oh no," means he's not happy about it. Then B first tries to make a joke. "Oh, so in love," means they are so in love. They are in love. They're so in love, aren't they? So in love, aren't they? And then he suddenly realizes, don't look, they are going to kiss. He tells his friend A, okay, don't look. Now, number 3, don't look. Don't look. And you can use don't look, okay? I have a bad example in my mind. Number 3, can we not watch the film yet?
3.
Can we not watch the film yet?
No, sorry. The Wi-Fi's really slow at the moment. It's going to take ages to download.
So clearly the husband says, can we not watch the film yet? It means he and his wife decided that they were going to watch a movie and they started downloading it. After a couple of minutes or after some time, the husband says, can we not watch the film yet? Means, isn't the download ready? Can we not watch the film yet? No, sorry, the Wi-Fi is really slow at the moment. It's going to take a long time for the movie to download. Suppose you have been impatiently waiting for chicken or mutton to be ready. You know your mommy is cooking, right? And you can't wait. So you ask, "Mommy, isn't the chicken ready yet? Isn't the chicken ready yet? Abhi bana nahi hai abhi tak." That's how you say in Hindi and in English. Isn't the chicken ready yet? Can we not watch the film yet? Okay, so normally the class ends at 6 o'clock and you guys get home by 6:10, 6:15, right? So suppose someday, suppose I'm just, I continue the class, I prolong the class until 6:30 or 6:20, 6:15, and then your mother calls you, okay? What will she say? Abhi tak class khatam nahi hua hai, right? How will she say that? Isn't the class over yet? Hasn't the class finished yet? Isn't the class over yet? Finished yet? All right. Do you need more examples? I gave you quite a few. Can we not watch the film yet? Isn't the mutton ready yet? Isn't the class over yet? The husband has been waiting to go to the party, and the wife is still, putting the makeup on and all. So he gets a little annoyed and he says, "Aren't you ready yet? Aren't you? Abhi tak tum tayar nahi hui ho. Aren't you ready yet?" Yes. In all my sentences, I used adjectives. Ready, over, okay? But you can make sentence like this as well. Can we not watch the film yet? Can we not start the class yet? Okay. So in a situation where you think you should be ready, you should be doing it, okay? Can we not watch the film yet? Means the man A in this conversation, he is ready to watch the film. He wants to watch the film. Can we not watch the film yet? He's a little unhappy about the fact that he can't watch, and he's surprised, I would say, not unhappy. He's a little surprised that he cannot watch the film yet. So he's saying, can we not watch the film yet? The wife explains, no, sorry. The Wi-Fi is really slow at the moment. It's going to take a long time to download the film. Number 4.
4.
What lovely singing! There's so much talent in this village. Who's next?
It's
What lovely singing. What lovely singing. Okay, remember what lovely children. What lovely children. What beautiful flowers. Okay, if you remember these expressions, when you see some really beautiful girls at a party, what will you say? Wow, what beautiful girls. Okay, like that. Okay. You saw a beautiful rose in somebody's hand. What will you say? What a beautiful flower. What a beautiful rose. What a beautiful, because you are talking about a countable thing. So you will use a. What a beautiful flower. It's winter season. You go into the bathroom and you touch the water and you realize it is very cold. Your reaction.
It's very cold.
Easy. What cold water? What's the problem? Look at the 3 words. What a beautiful flower. What a beautiful girl. What beautiful girls. And here water. So what? Cold water. What cold water? All right. So what will I say about this gift? What a lovely gift. What a lovely gift. Choice of a depends on the noun. If the noun is singular countable, you will use a. If the noun is plural or uncountable, you will not use a. What lovely students you guys are. What lovely students you guys are. So very simple. Now, what lovely singing. Singing is a noun equivalent. ing form of a verb works as a noun. Okay, let me give you an example. You say, alcohol is bad for you. Alcohol is a thing, is a noun. Alcohol is a thing. Wine is bad for you. Wine is bad for you. Wine is a thing. Okay, this thing is bad for you. Now listen to this. Smoking is bad for you. Smoking is not a thing, but it is a thing equivalent. Can you touch smoking? No. So smoking is the act of smoking. So running is a good exercise. Running is a good exercise. So running is also noun equivalent. In English, the ing form of a verb is used as a noun. Criticizing children is bad for their confidence. Criticizing children is bad for their confidence. What is bad for children's confidence? Criticizing them. Okay, criticizing children is bad for their confidence. Yes. Shouting at your parents is bad manners. Shouting at your parents is bad manners. What is bad manners? Eating with your mouth open is also bad manners. Eating with your mouth open is also bad manners. Okay, so noun V4, ing form of a verb, acts like a noun a lot of times. So what lovely singing. What lovely singing. There's so much talent in this village. There's so much talent in this village. Who's next? It's Jeff's wife. Who is next? It's Jeff's wife. You know, it is normally not used for people. It is normally not used for people. For people, we have I. For people, we have you. For people, we have he, she, we, they. It is normally used for things. It is normally used for singular noun, inanimate, non-living things. It. But here, you see, it's Jeff's wife. Why? Why not she is Jeff's wife? There is a big difference between these two sentences. It's Jeff's wife and she is Jeff's wife. These are two different sentences. Okay. So here the situation is there is so much talent in this village. Who is next? So who is next? Who's the person going to perform next? It is Jeff's wife. Jeff's wife is going to perform next. We are not identifying a person. Who is she? If there is a lady at a party and I do not know her, what will I ask you? Who is she? I will ask you, who is she? If there is a man I do not identify at a party, I will ask you, who is he? If there are 2-3 people in a group and I don't know them, I will ask you, who are they? So these are personal pronouns, fine, very good. But who's going to sing next? Who's next means who is going to perform next? It's Jeff's wife. Who's going to perform next? Jeff's wife is going to perform next. So I don't know how to explain it, but please understand that there is somebody knocking at the door. Then we do not say who is he, who is she. All right, imagine this, that we are sitting like in the classroom and there is a knock at the door, suppose, all right? And then I will ask, who is it? I will ask. That person said, it's me, Garima. Okay, suppose. It's me, Garima, all right? Then I will say, oh, Garima, come in. Then you guys will have a question in your mind. Who is she? Who is? Now, you know this person's name is Garima, but you do not know her. So you are asking in your mind, which you want to ask me as well. Sir, who is Garima, sir? Who is she? Right? This time you're not identifying her. You want to know her. There is a difference. When somebody is knocking at the door, we do not know who it could be. We don't know who it could be. So we're asking, who is it? Who is it? To identify, okay? And then once I know that it's Garima, suppose the person says, sir, it's Vikas. Okay? Then, oh, Vikas, come on in, come sit. So you have a question right now in your mind. Who is this Vikas? Who is he? Right? Is he sir's a student? Like that. Is he sir's a student? Who is this Vikas? Who is he? Now you do not have it in your mind because you can clearly see a man. So in your mind, you have he. Who is he? When you see a girl coming in, all right, you clearly know who is she, all right? But there is a knock at the door. Then you guys also have the same question in your mind. Who is it? Who is knocking, right? Who is it? So when you do not know the gender, you say, who is it? So who's next? Means it could be a man, it could be a woman, right? Who's the next? Who is the next performer? The next performer is whose wife? Jeff's wife. The next performer is Jeff's wife. So here it means the next performer. Here it means the next performer is Jeff's wife. Who is it? Means who is the person knocking? It's me. I mean, the person knocking is me. So it here means, I hope you understand. But from the look on your face, I know you understood nothing, Lucky. Okay. I don't think you were trying to understand. Listen, in my explanation, everything is in my words. The explanation I'm giving, the things I'm saying out of my mouth. So if you follow my language, you understand what I teach. And if you do not follow my language, if you have left yourself at a level where you do not understand what I'm saying, then of course you won't understand any explanation I'll give you. So first of all, you have to ensure that you understand what I'm saying. Right? Because my explanation is coming in English. Okay, I'll try and repeat. There is somebody knocking at the door. Do you know it is the person knocking at the door is a man or a woman? Do you know anything? So what will you ask? Who is it? What will you say? Who is it? Or you could also say, who's that? You can also say, who's that? The person knocking would say, it's me, XYZ. It means the person knocking at the door is me. It means the person knocking at the door is me. Okay, it's me. So the question was, who is next? Who is the next performer? The answer is the next performer is Jeff's wife. So the next performer will be replaced by the pronoun it. Who is next means who is the next performer. The next performer is Jeff's wife. We don't want to repeat the noun, the next performer. So we will say it is Jeff's wife. The next performer is Jeff's wife. I want to, again explain these things to you. None of the people in our town teaching and learning English actually understand what we do to learn English or what we need to do to learn English. None of us know that. In my morning class, I had this long conversation with a boy who speaks English quite a bit. They are themselves ignorant of the process that has enabled them to speak some English. They do not understand why they speak some English. They do not know the nitty and gritty, means they do not know exactly what happens why you speak English. I'll explain this one more time for you guys. If I teach you all the things speaking Hindi, means my class can be Hindi medium, can be English medium, right? This is an English medium class, you will agree, because my communication with you is in English. I have a class in the afternoon, a Hindi medium class. I don't speak English. I speak Hindi there. If I teach that class for 2 years or 3 years even, those people will not learn to speak English. I can teach everything that I teach in this class, in that class as well, speaking Hindi. They will all say, oh, I understood it very well because my explanation will be in Hindi. But they will not improve in terms of their speaking. And why would that be? Because they are not listening to English from me. They're listening to Hindi. Yes, I'm explaining things about English, but my communication will be in Hindi. So their speaking skills will not improve. Your speaking skills will improve not because of my explanations, because you guys are constantly listening to me. Even if I come here and tell you a story of a Raja and Rani, every day I tell you 2 different stories, okay? You guys will definitely learn to speak English. So remember this, nobody knows this. We do not learn because we study tense and we study voice. That's not the reason why we speak. We speak because the teacher communicates with you in English. If students tell me that I don't want to learn to speak English, I just want to learn English, I don't want to learn to speak English, then I will be more than happy teaching that class in Hindi. Because the students themselves will tell me that we are not interested in learning to speak English. We only want to learn English, then I'll happily teach that class in Hindi medium. But if anybody has intention to be in the class to improve their speaking skills, then they must listen to the teacher speaking English. So the explanation doesn't matter to speak English. What matters is listening to me. And not only in the class, elsewhere outside the class as well, listening to the audio files, watching the recording, because some of you were in a very bad condition when you started in terms of practical skills in English. So even those students who stay here don't realize what actually helped them. They think the syllabus helped them. They think the exercises help them. You do all these exercises. You study the same books. The only thing that will change will be, I will talk to you in Hindi and you will not get any results that you want. In terms of speaking, yes, your English will grow. You will have better understanding of English, no doubt. But you will not speak English. You will not be able to respond to somebody in English. If I switch to Hindi, if I change my language to Hindi, remember this, and it's not me saying this, by the way. There are experts on this in this field of second language acquisition. They've said that students and teachers don't realize it is not the explanation the teacher gives of grammar that helps them understand and develop English skills. Most teachers in the class who speak English, they are good enough to know when the students are, because when we are speaking to our students, we look at their faces, we look at their expressions, and we realize when they don't understand. When their eyes are stuck somewhere, we get a clear message that they didn't understand, okay? And when their eyes move in the way we expect, okay? As teachers, we have certain expectations on your faces. We see certain, reactions, certain expressions on your face. We don't see those expressions. We realize that there is a problem. What do? We try harder to explain through miming, through gestures, simplifying the vocabulary, words. We do all that stuff. And only those teachers are successful in teaching people how to speak a language. Otherwise, in a country like India, there are thousands and thousands of classes of English where people are learning English, but they're not learning to speak English. And there, in all those places where people are successfully learning to speak English, one thing must be common, that all those classes will be English medium classes. So all those YouTube channels which are teaching things in Hindi, claiming that they can help you with your English speaking skills, are themselves also mistaken. They do not know that it is not going to work. And the students, of course, don't understand that. The only condition to improve any language skill is to listen to that language. There is nothing else that you can do to improve your learning skills, like speaking skills. I can understand quite a bit of Italian. I can understand quite a bit of Spanish, but I'm not able to communicate in this language because I'm not listening to it as much as I should. If my speaking improves, it means I'm listening more. Translation method works only for very clever students, and that too takes them to a certain level. Beyond that, they will not be able to handle. Translation methods that we have, like you guys will challenge me, say, sir, when I was in my 9th class, I went to a Hindi medium class, I learned some translation, and after that, I started to speak some sentences in English. Yes, some sentences, you're right. But if you are looking for fluency and stuff, it can only come when you keep listening to English. There's no other way. By the way, I tried to explain the use of it here, not she is Jeff's wife. Nobody's asking who is she. Who is that woman? If somebody asked who is that woman, then the answer would be, she is Jeff's wife. But the question is, who is the next performer? Who is next? So who is next means who is going to perform next? Who is the next performer? And the answer is, it's Jeff's wife. The next performer is Jeff's wife, Lucy. She's going to play the cello. She's going to play the cello. Okay, moving on to number 5.
Jeff's wife, Lucy. She's going to play the cello.
5. How are Alice and Theo these days?
I think they're busy getting everything ready. She's going to have the baby very soon.
Both of them, A and B, know Alice and Theo pretty well. They are like maybe colleagues or neighbors, yeah, friends. The way A asked, how are Alice and Theo these days? So I think they're busy getting everything ready. They're busy getting everything ready. She's going to have the baby very soon.
6.
What are those men doing outside Mrs. Simpson's house?
What are those men doing outside Mrs. Simpson's house? What are those men doing, outside Mrs. Simpson's house? Good neighbors, I will say. You know, if there are people outside your house and your neighbors care about it, it means they are good neighbors. Selfish neighbors will not care, whoever. Sometimes there could be thieves, trying to enter your house, looking for an opportunity, right? So I think A is a good neighbor. What are those men doing outside Mrs. Simpson's house? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Look, they've got a ladder and...
Oh, they've got a ladder and oh, they are going to
Oh, they're going to clean her windows.
clean her windows.
7.
So they hire people to clean the windows, right? Wow. And here we have to do it by ourselves.
Come on, Annabelle! Come on! You can do it!
Look! She's moving in front. Whoa! She's going to win the race!
Come on, Annabelle, come on. You can do it. This is how you encourage someone. You can do it. Come on. I remember when I was young, and people tried to know what come on means. Nobody explained. Nobody knew what come on means. We said come on, okay? But nobody knew what it meant. It only means hurry up. It means hurry up. Come on, hurry up, run fast, right? You can do it. Look, she's moving in front. She's moving in front. Now, if you can't learn this word here, front here, she's moving in front. आगे आ रही है, वो आगे निकल रही है, right? She's moving in front. Whoa, she's going to win the race.
8.
Oh, this is hopeless.
I know. I think there's an accident ahead. Nothing.
Oh, this is hopeless. Hopeless word is used to describe situations, right? Where things are not going to get better. Things are really bad. Oh, this is hopeless. Suppose a teacher explains something in half an hour, really hard, okay? He tried very hard to explain something. And after the explanation, the students ask a question that makes him feel that nobody understood anything. His half an hour was wasted, okay? And he'll say, oh, this is hopeless, okay? Sometimes you can describe people, you are hopeless. But that's not a very nice thing to say. But mommy, papa can say this. They have the license to be, you know, a bit. Okay, this is hopeless. B says, I know. I know here means I agree. I know. I think there is an accident ahead. I think there is an accident ahead. There is an accident ahead. Now, front and ahead. Look at these two words. In Hindi, they both will be translated with one word, aage, aage. Okay? But please understand the part of the speech if you can. Like I said, I can explain all these things in Hindi, and maybe I'll get more credit for explaining those things in Hindi, because if I speak Hindi, the students will understand exactly what I'm saying. Am I right? Because my English is definitely a barrier, right? Some students don't appreciate the language that I speak. So they do not understand the things as well as they would like to. Imagine if I suddenly switch to Hindi and I explain what front and ahead are, okay, in Hindi. Then every single person, even those people whose English is really bad, will understand the difference, because I'll talk in Hindi. Hindi is their mother tongue. They'll understand what I'm saying. But this does not mean that they will use the words ahead and front correctly in the future. They will just go from here with a goody feeling, happy feeling that I understood the difference between front and ahead. They will go and tell somebody else the same difference, speaking Hindi. So this will create a cycle where everybody will talk about English, but in Hindi. And what will remain challenging is speaking English. Isn't that the case in our society? Isn't the case with our students? That we know so many things about English. Before, when Sabha joined this class, ask her, would she say that she didn't know any English? She studied tense, she studied voice, she would talk about all those things, narration and stuff. But we all understand how it helps anybody with speaking or writing in English correctly. When it comes to explaining those ideas, yeah, great. I'm pretty sure Sabha could teach her young children, her young sons, some of the things she had learned in English before she joined this class. But what I do is I first of all switch to the English medium in my classes. I know some students do not understand all the explanations, but do they come here to become an expert on the English grammar? No, they come here to develop their skills in English. And every single individual, including Nandini and many other students who thought of themselves as weak students, even they will improve just if they keep listening. But again, sincerity definitely plays a role. Sincerity is necessary, no doubt about it. So let's compare the words. She's moving in front and there is an accident ahead. So I want to ask you, give me the part of the speech, because I'm not going to talk about anything new. I always talk about the part of speech of the word so that you know that this word is different from that word. So what is the part of a speech of the word front? What is the part of a speech of the word front? What is the part of a speech of the word front? In this sentence, she's moving in front. What is the part of a speech of the word front? It has to be a noun. Why? Because there is a preposition in. After in, what can you say? You cannot say anything other than a noun. A preposition is always followed by a noun or a noun equivalent, something that is equal to a noun. And this is the reason why you will not appreciate it very much. Where is your focus right now, sir? Where is your focus? The thing, again, were you listening to my words? My question would be, you were lost in your thoughts with the book. You got to stay with me. I'm not writing anything on the board, so you just need to acknowledge my words, and that's it. So I said in is the preposition, and after in, you cannot use anything else in your entire English. Think of it. After in, it will always be a noun or a noun equivalent. What do I mean? Sometimes I say I have faith in him. I have faith in him. Him is a pronoun, but pronoun is a noun equivalent. I will say, I'm interested in learning English. Learning is a noun equivalent because it's ing form. I just told you, V4, verb 4, ing form is a noun equivalent. I'm interested in learning English. I'm interested in listening to you. So in is always followed by a noun. So obvious answer, front is a noun. And you know what nouns are? Nouns are things. So front is a noun. It's a noun. Look at the next word. I think there is an accident ahead. There is an accident ahead. No, beta. Where is the accident? Ahead. So the answer to the question, where is an adverb of place? There is an accident ahead. So ahead is the answer to the question, where? The answer is ahead. So ahead is an adverb and front is a noun. So she's moving in front. She's moving in front. Now the problem, I know the problem is much, much bigger than you guys realize, because you have always studied in front as one word. That's the problem. Am I right or wrong? You guys have studied in front as one item. You have never thought of them as two different words. In front. To appreciate the meaning, first of all, you need to know front is a noun, in is a preposition, comes together in front. So ahead is one word and it is itself an adverb. Look, where is the accident? There is an accident ahead. So where? The answer to the question where is always an adverb. Always. The moment you ask where and you get an answer, that answer has to be an adverb. Okay, so ahead is an adverb, front is a noun. That's not enough. That's not enough. We need to know more than that. Okay, because these ideas For people like you, this much only is not enough, because you are still a long way from appreciating different parts of the speech. She's moving in front, and there is an accident ahead. We will not say there is an accident in front, and but we can say she's moving ahead. We can say she's moving ahead. Okay, so she's moving ahead. I will explain why that's not correct in this situation. I'll explain. Please understand. There is an accident ahead. They are in a point. They are at a point. Let's say point X. They are at a point X. Now, ahead means further than this point X. There is a relevance point, right? Reference point, I should say. There is a reference point. If there is no point X, then there is no ahead. Ahead always in reference to another point. They are here, and there is an accident ahead, means ahead of this place, ahead of this place. So I'll give you a few more examples. She is moving ahead. She is moving ahead. It means reference points where she was. She's moving ahead of that place. So it doesn't show that she's taking over some other people. She's moving ahead, as we are all moving ahead in our journey of English. We are all moving ahead in our journey of English. Okay, let me take you to the dictionary for the words. What are the words, guys? Front and ahead. Okay. As a noun. Oh, okay. I'm reading it because I will not be able to show you this. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? My online students. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Let's continue. You can see the dictionary on your screen.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Front, the part of a building, the part of a building or an object or a person's body that faces forward, is most often seen or used. That is the front. Front is a noun. So front is a part of a building, okay, part of an object, the back and the front and the back. Opposite of front is back. Okay, so or a person's body. This is our front and this is our back. Okay, the front of the museum is very impressive. The front of the building is very beautiful. What is beautiful? The front of the building. So in Hindi, front means agla hissa. Yes or no? Front means? Okay, the front of the building is very beautiful. The front of the museum is very impressive. Okay. He spilled soup on the front. He spilled soup all down the front of his shirt. He spilled some soup down the front of his shirt, not down the back of his shirt, down the front of his shirt. So front can be contrasted to the back, the front of the shirt, the back of the shirt. Okay, suppose you are doing ironing. So it is possible you burned the shirt, okay, while ironing. Now, which part did you burn? Did you burn the front of the shirt? Did you burn the back of the shirt? You understand? Okay, have you ever done that? Have you ever burnt some piece of clothing while ironing? Okay, it happens. It's a very common thing. So I'm just trying to tell you that there are two parts, the front of the shirt and the back of the shirt. The front of the trousers, the back of the trousers, right? You can burn the front of the trousers or you can burn the back of the trousers. Got it? So he spilled the soup. He spilled the soup down the front of his shirt. He spilled the soup down the front of his गलती से उसने छलका दिया शर्ट के आगे वाले हिस्से पे. Okay, now he was lying on his front. He was lying on his front. How do you lie on your front? When your back is towards the ceiling, when your front stomach is in contact with the floor, when your stomach is in contact with the floor, then you're lying on your front. You're lying on your front. How do you sleep? Do you sleep lying on your front, or do you sleep lying on your back, or lying on your sides? How do you sleep mostly? Okay, fine. A lot of people sleep lying on their sides, but some people sleep lying on their front, and some people sleep lying on their back. Okay, I usually sleep lying on my back. All right. Sometimes I sleep lying on my front as well, lying on my chest, lying on my front. Okay. The actor walked out to the front of the stage. The actor walked out to the front of the stage, to the front of the stage, to the back of the stage, to the front of the stage. Okay. Fine. That is front. Front is the part that is facing. Okay. Okay. The part of a vehicle that is nearest to its direction of movement. Okay, if the train is going in this way, the front of the train, car is going in this way, this will be the front of the car. Now, do you want to sit in the front? Do you want to sit in the front? Do you want to sit in the front? Do you want to sit in the... Okay, so I mean next to the driver? Next to the... Do you want to sit where? In the front. 3 words. Do you want to sit in the front? 3 words. Okay. When you walk into the class, you want to sit in the front row. Okay, that will be an adjective. I will wait for that a little later. We will sit near the front of the bus. We will sit near the front of the bus. We will sit near the front of the bus. I never sit at the back of the bus, because the back of the bus gives you more, jumps more. It gives you more jerks. It is, less comfortable, I will say. I always prefer sitting where? Yeah, in the front of the bus or near the front of the bus. In the front means in the cabin, or near the front means some seats when you just get inside, okay, near the gate, near the door. Okay. Okay, the front of the book, the cover, the front of the book is the cover, front. So all these words, all these meanings is of the word front as a noun. Now, in front as an expression, in front, okay, this works as an adverb. Please understand, he is in Patna. Where is he? He's in Patna. So in Patna works as an adverb. In Patna works as an adverb. Do you understand? But everybody knows Patna is a noun. In is a preposition. When they come together, they do a role of an adverb. Okay, he is in Patna. Where is he? He's in Patna. He went to Patna. He went to Patna. Where did he go? To Patna. So Patna is a noun. To is a preposition. But together, they are an adverb. Together, they work as an adverb. Okay. The car in front suddenly stopped. आगे वाली कार अचानक से रुक गई. The car in front suddenly stopped. The car in front, the person in front looked back. जो आगे इंसान था वो पीछे देखा पलटकर. Okay, the car in front suddenly stopped. Which car stopped? The car in front. The car in front suddenly stopped. Okay. ये in front एक adjective का काम कर रहा है या नहीं? Which car? The car in front. Car एक noun है ना? The car in front stopped. तो आगे वाली कार रुक गई. यही हिंदी में बोलेंगे ना? The car in front suddenly stopped. कौन सी कार रुक गई अचानक से? आगे वाली. The car in front suddenly stopped. So this in front works as an adjective. Okay. Okay. UK English. winning a game or competition. Winning a game or competition. We are in front. We are in front. हम लोग आगे हैं. हम लोग. Do you say this line in a game? हम लोग आगे हैं. Means हम लोग जीत रहे हैं. हम लोग आगे हैं. We are in front. We are in front. We are in front. Okay, we are in front. This is special UK English. People often use this. We are in front. हम लोग आगे हैं. Okay. Now, in front of. In front of. You might have heard this phrase before because at school we study these things. In front of something, in front of somebody. Okay. Close to the front part of something. Close to the front part of something. Look at the sentence. There is a parking space in front of the hotel. In front of the hotel. Okay, so there is a hotel, and in front of the hotel, there is a parking space. Okay. So, अभी मैंने कहा था ड्राइवर के बगल में बैठना के लिए क्या कहा था? In the front. Do you want to sit in the front? In the front of the car. In the front of the car. Okay, usually women do not sit in the front of the car if the driver is not their family member. Right? Am I right? Usually women do not sit in the front of the car if the driver is not their family member. If the driver is a family member like a son or a brother or a husband, then why not? They sit in the front as well. Okay, sit in the front of the car. एक बहुत ही फंसाने वाला एक्सप्रेशन है. Sit in front of the car मतलब कार के आगे बैठ जाना. Please understand. क्योंकि अभी मैंने कहा क्या कहा था? Sit in the front. ये तो हो गया ड्राइवर के बगल में, which is okay. But sit in front of the car में क्या हो गया? कहाँ चले गए? कार अब बाहर करके आप हो. In front of the car, जैसे in front of the hotel. In front of the hotel, there is a parking space. There is some big parking space in front of the car. मैंने in front of the hotel, वैसे in front of the car मतलब क्या हो गया? कार के अंदर की कार के बाहर. So, two sentences. He is sitting in the front of the car and he's sitting in front of the car. They are two different things completely. Do you understand that? Maybe I'll try and give you a picture of this. One sentence is, he is sitting in front of the car. And there is another sentence. He is sitting in the front of the car. Okay, there are two sentences, guys. He is sitting in front of the car and he's sitting in the front of the car. I will draw two pictures very badly because I know I will not be able to draw very well. I don't know. It is a car or a person offering namaz. I don't know. Suddenly it looks like a person offering namaz to me. Okay, guys, manage with my bad drawing. Okay. And where is the person in situation X and in situation Y? Okay, give me a second. If the person is sitting here in situation X, and I can't show you this. Turn this way so that, because I can't turn on the biggest screen. You guys change your position. Okay, this is position Y and this is position X. If a man is sitting here, what we will say? Which sentence? And if the person is sitting here in this place, then what we will say? Take a look. If a person is sitting here, then which sentence? Exactly. And if the person is sitting here, then वो द कार ही रहना, उसको मत चेंज करो, खाली फ्रंट के पहले से द हटाना है. Please understand. If the person is at position Y, then he is sitting in front of the car. All right. And if the person is sitting here at X, okay, next to the driver, he is sitting in the front of the car. And when he is sitting here, he is sitting in front of the car. Got it? Okay, that there was a little bit of a problem here because of this, the word. Sometimes, you know, this article that can be very tricky, like in this situation. Who knows? You know, there will be a situation like this in an exam and they will give you 2 sentences to choose from. So when you say in the front of the car, it is inside the car, in front of something, outside, okay, in front of the building. Where do you park your bikes, guys? In front of my house. You park your bikes, your bicycles in front of my house. Okay. And in the front of my house, in the front, okay, we have my brother's room, we have our living room. That is in the front, that is the front part. Okay. I hope you understand. So you come and sit in the front of the class. Okay. Listen to these 2 sentences. I prefer sitting in the front of the class. In the front of the classroom. Here, class means the classroom. In the front part, just like in the front of the car, that is the front part of the car. Similarly, you prefer sitting in the front of the classroom. Good students prefer sitting in the front of the classroom. Okay. And if I ask you to come here, stand and speak, तो आप बोलेंगे, today I'm standing in front of you. क्या बोलेंगे आप समझ रहे ना क्यों बोलेंगे ऐसा? आप बोलेंगे I'm standing here in front of you, क्योंकि in front of you मतलब आपका हिस्सा नहीं, आपके आगे, आपके सामने, right? Where do you park your bicycles and bikes? In front of my house. And where are you standing to speak to the students? You're standing in front of them, okay, like this. और आप बोल सकते हैं in front of the class, in front, not in the front, in front of the class. वो class मतलब group of people. When I say it's an interesting class, what does it mean? The classroom is interesting. It's an interesting class means the people, the group of students I'm teaching, it's an interesting class. So when I say in front of the class, not a physical position here, in front of the class, okay? I'm saying आप लोग के सामने, और in the front, अगले हिस्से में, in the front, अगले हिस्से में, in front of something के सामने. तो the front or only front, in the front, in front. Please understand the difference. और वो कार वाला एग्जांपल याद रखना, it will guide you everywhere. जहां द लगा है तो कार के अगले हिस्से में, तो क्लासरूम के अगले हिस्से में मतलब in the front of the classroom. And in front of class, not classroom, in front of class मतलब वही facing in front of class मान लो group of people, उसके सामने in front of class. Okay, sir insulted me in the front of the class or in front of the class? हाँ जी, sir insulted me in front of the whole class, पूरे क्लास के सामने मेरी बेइज्जती की. The sir insulted me in front of the whole class. In front of, no the there. ये वेरी वेरी लाइकली एक ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन किसी एग्जाम में पूछते वहां द डाल के आपका सेंटेंस को रॉन्ग कर दे इन द फ्रंट ऑफ द क्लास. ठीक है, और वो आपको स्टॉप करना होगा कि नहीं, वो द नहीं चाहिए. आई एम गोइंग टू टीच ऑल दिस स्टफ इन ए हिंदी मीडियम क्लास. लेकिन मैं आपको फिर से बता दूं, आप लोग भी इस क्लास को ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. इट विल बी फ्री ऑन यूट्यूब ऑफ कोर्स. लेकिन आप उससे उम्मीद मत करना कि आप इंग्लिश बोलना सीखेंगे. प्लीज याद रखना, इंग्लिश बोलने के लिए आपको सिर्फ उसी क्लास को ज्वाइन करना है where the teacher speaks English. If the teacher is giving explanation in Hindi, then you can join that class to grow your knowledge about English, not your skill in English. There are two different things, knowing about making roti and making roti. तो एक होता है रोटी बनाने के बारे में जानना और एक रोटी बनाना. तो अगर आप रोटी बनाना चाहते हैं तो आपको स्किल डेवलप करना होगा. उसके बारे में सारी जानकारी चाहते हैं, आप नॉलेज चाहते हैं. ठीक है, so if you want knowledge about English, you can join any Hindi medium class, no problems. But if you want to improve your skills in English, if that is your aim, then please make sure that you are sitting in an English medium class. Very clear. And there is no exception to this. I'm telling you, this is the most important piece of information I'm sharing with you today. If you want to grow your knowledge about English, you can sit in any Hindi medium class. You can grow your knowledge about English, but you will not be able to improve your skills in English. If you want to improve your skills, you need to sit in an English medium class. आपको अभी पता नहीं है, जब भी मैं आपसे इंग्लिश में बात कर रहा हूँ, अगर आप मुझे ध्यान दे रहे हो, ठीक है, और अगर ये सिंसियरिटी घर पे दिखाते कि रिवीजन करे, थोड़ा ऑडियो फाइल सुने, तो आपको अंदाजा नहीं कि आप कहाँ कैसे इंग्लिश बोल सकेंगे, कितने फ्लुएंटली इंग्लिश बोल सकेंगे किसी दिन. और ऐसा बाकी स्टूडेंट्स की हैं, तभी तो आप यहाँ हैं, ऑब्वियसली, राइट? सम स्टूडेंट्स इन द पास्ट हैव एक्चुअली अचीव्ड ग्रेट स्किल्स इन इंग्लिश बिकॉज ऑफ द सेम रीजन. Because I know it, that you only learn because of my listening. When I'm talking about learning to improve your skill, बाकी knowledge तो आप कहीं से भी gain कर सकते हैं. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay, so fine. We will carry on tomorrow, guys. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Bye bye,
sir.
everybody. Watch the recording. Watch the recording, please. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye, sir.